In a relationship, it don't count. It's not rape if you're in a relationship. That's a fact. Everybody knows. Man, fuck Lil Duval. You ever had you a scammer?
I did have somebody that was a scammer trying to talk to me.
What was his name?
Why would I say?
Damn.
I'm trying to get him locked up.
Everybody trying to be a rapper, and I'm not trying to listen to nobody's mixtape. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I said from the beginning, I am not that girl that's gonna be sitting up trying to listen to your mixtape.
Come out like when you had touched his butt and stuff.
Oh.
When like clearly there was some stuff we done with each other, like smack butts and stuff.
Nah.
Hold on, you know we done that stuff. It's cool. We grown now. We grown. Did you smack a butt or not?
I did tell the white boy I'd fuck him. I mean.
What's up? This is the ChoppedByT podcast where we get real, raw, authentic conversations. I am your host, T. And to the very far right of me, we got my brother, my dear brother, the honorable, the incomparable, the handsome Roscoe. Tell him what's up, Scott.
What's up, y'all?
And in the back on the ones and twos, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Demo, the smooth sounds of Demo.
What's wrong with y'all? What's up, man? What how y'all doing?
And last but definitely not least, we got the legend herself, Q Money. How you feeling?
What's up?
How you feeling? Man, listen, I am glad to be here with y'all today. Y'all know that? It feels good.
Feelings mutual.
T, how are you feeling?
I'll go last. Give me time to think about it.
Okay.
You
spent
3
podcasts today complaining about nobody asking you how you doing. Well, we finally asked you how you doing first, and you say you come back to me.
Come back to me. I don't know.
Come back to me. I don't know.
Who's an idiot, bro?
I feel great though. I feel good. I feel like I don't know. I feel good about the ChoppedByT podcast. That's the way I feel. I feel good about this, good about what we doing, feel good about what we got going on and all of that. So, yeah. Handsome. I do.
I was about to say the feelings mutual. I do feel handsome.
You feel pretty.
I don't feel pretty. You know.
That's a fact.
I feel handsome.
At least Sco and Demo feel pretty. That's a fact.
Nah.
If I feel pretty?
Yeah, you feel pretty.
He got the elder barge mustache and shit.
You remember Demo came in with that rapey mustache that one time?
Which one? Or
It was real rapey. It was thin. It looked stupid. Rapey. It was a rapey mustache.
Like the one you see on the white man with the glasses and shit.
Because it was thin?
What is a rapey mustache?
You know when you see it.
You know it, bro.
You know when you see it. You like that guy look like he a rape song.
Yeah, that guy rapes. He rapes.
It's either a porn mustache or a rape mustache. Why can't it just be a mustache?
No, Demo, you gotta take that up with your barber, player. Come to ChoppedByT. Where we get real, raw, authentic conversation. How are you feeling, Q Money?
I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be here. So happy to see, the growth. I remember when y'all first started, and he been talking about I was coming for the longest, and I'm
Trying to
finally
get you
here.
on for a while now.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say nothing. He was talking shit about you.
What he say?
What
You
I
want
say?
me to say it?
Yeah, say it. What I say?
He's like, man, this motherfucker. That's the first thing he said. I was like, wow, you mad aggressive about her, bro? I thought she was your friend. He's like, she is, bro, but damn. I've been asking her to come on a fucking podcast. She keep ignoring me. I was like, damn, fool. Like, she gonna come on. Just give her time.
That sound like me, Q.
Maybe that was me. Maybe I said that, bro. Maybe it was like, you been asking her to come on. What the fuck she waiting on? Maybe that was me.
That's what was going on.
Yeah, I be projecting sometimes.
Okay.
Look at you. Y'all, these mental health people kill me. Skull think everything a mental health disorder.
It is, bro.
It sounds like Q the same way. Yeah. You think projecting is a mental health disorder?
Not a mental health disorder. It's just naturally human.
Yeah. You think I got a mental health disorder problem?
Probably do.
Yeah. I can't deny that.
I think
good
he's
to be
sane.
into
I think he perfectly sane.
You do?
Yeah, sometimes.
A lot of people
Most of the
tell.
time.
A lot of motherfuckers tell me I'm throwed off. I've been hearing that a lot. That was like the topic of discussion with my son when he first came home to my people. Is this crazy like your daddy? Crazy like your daddy? This is what they kept on saying.
Well, you can be elevator and rise to the top out of the way.
I think with him, he's just more expressive than the regular person, and people think that's crazy. It's not crazy. It's actually,
I'm actually a genius.
What's your IQ?
I don't know. That don't matter. I'm a genius.
Genius, IQ,
What
does
makes-
that correlate?
First off, have you ever met a genius?
I'm pretty sure I have.
You have me. I'm the genius you met. And listen, me and Sko have a conversation all the time about this. I've been watching the Kanye documentary, and one of the main things, the recurring thing in that documentary, is that he continued to try to prove to people that he was a genius. That was a recurring thing in that documentary. He continued to try to prove to people that he was a genius. And Sko felt like, well, you can tell what you felt.
yeah. I said, I feel like it only mattered to you.
Yeah.
You know what you think about yourself.
Yeah, what you feel about yourself. Is Sko mic good? Is he coming in good?
Yeah.
'Cause his
Yeah,
mic
I don't know how that mud fell down like that.
Yeah,
You got to
he coming
tighten
in
it.
kind of low. It's dropping low. Dropping
Tighten it.
Crazy word selection today.
Tighten the mic stand.
You was thinking it though. I can read your mind, bro. But like Sko said, it didn't matter if you know other people, or it didn't matter if other people thought you was a genius. All that matters is you. What do you feel about that?
I feel like it's a limit to it because you don't want to just be overhyping yourself and you not reaching or reading that level.
Yeah, like if you saying it but you really not type shit.
You really ain't even doing
Good thing
shit.
I am though. Yeah. I say it matters to other people as well, especially in Kanye's like what he doing. The thing that he's doing, it matters for him to say if he a genius or not, or for him to be a genius at his craft, or expert or perfect at his thing, what he's doing. It matters because that way he can monetize and people will be able to see his genius.
Yeah.
And I just think I spend so much time just screaming at people and yelling like, hey, this is me. This is who I am. This is what I feel. This is the type of person that I am. Just for it to fall on deaf ears.
So why do you feel like you constantly screaming yourself or trying to prove yourself to people?
I didn't have a dad. That was a joke. I don't know. I just want motherfuckers to realize who I am, though. Like realize who. Like I guess it's maybe a sense of wanting to be accepted. Maybe that's to a level of what it is. But just know who you dealing with. I tell motherfuckers, you sitting around with a person who has a decent amount of knowledge about the thing that you trying to do, but you choose to ignore me as if I'm. Maybe it's insecurities as well, as if I'm like not enough or not capable. Yeah. But you will go. We just said it the last podcast. You can have all the information and be practicing the thing that you preaching, but a motherfucker will go to Future, a nigga who will spend $3,000 or $30,000 on an outfit. That's not financially, that's not good financially, spending that much money on clothes. But they'll go get financial advice from a person like that. Why? Because of the look. But you actively practicing what you preach, whether it's living a minimalist life, understanding financial literacy, understanding economics, so on and so forth. You can be practicing that, putting that shit into play, but motherfuckers will still go to the nigga who just got a talent and spending a lot of money.
The way you broke it down in the car, you used the word validation. Sometimes we need that validation from the public ear.
Yeah.
And but at the same time, it's crazy. I feel like they can make you go crazy if they ain't responding the way you want them to.
I was gonna say, I don't even think it's the public. I think a lot of the times we spend time trying to convince people around us in our inner circles of who we want them to perceive us at. And a lot of the times we'll spin our wheels at that because they only see you as the person that they grew up with. And they like, no matter how much money you make, I still remember you as 8-year-old Onterio, or what, that crazy dude that used to do X, Y, and Z, and they always gonna hold you to that. So I think a lot of the times you spin your wheels in that, and I think you should spend more energy trying to convey that to people who want it, because I don't think the people who you've been trying to convey it to necessarily want it or need it.
What about self-validation? Like I'm hearing like the validation from constant other people, but what about validating yourself in that?
I don't know if you noticed, but I do that. I do. Like I do. I'm always tell you the greatest motherfucker alive.
Yeah, that's self-affirmation.
Yeah.
Face.
Yeah.
When I'm looking in the mirror, you the greatest motherfucker alive, nigga. Look at you.
But do you believe that?
She's handsome.
Yeah.
With all my heart.
You gotta do that though, because people ain't gonna give it to you.
Motherfuckers ain't gonna tell you.
Yeah, they ain't gonna tell
Motherfuckers
you.
gonna try to belittle you every step of the way.
Yeah.
Waiting
And
on
for what though? Just tell me I'm handsome. Bitch, that's all you gotta do is tell me I'm pretty. That's all you gotta do.
you pretty, bro.
I don't
I'm
think
handsome.
It's too late. It's too late. We got it. It's too late.
that correlates.
I didn't say that.
I'm pretty. That's a clip.
Got him.
Oh, you saying no? I'm sorry. These niggas interrupted.
No, you good. You want to be told you're pretty.
I definitely didn't say pretty. I don't know why we keep repeating that.
It definitely handsome to pretty. It definitely did.
I didn't mean. I don't know why I said that. It just rolled off the tongue, but I guess I don't know.
But yeah,
Your inner truth coming out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel him though. Like you could be doing all these, you do all these great things just for people just to look at him sideways and not acknowledge what he doing. And he do great shit for people. You know what I'm saying? People just, it's like, oh, you're not gonna realize that. You're not gonna, tell me I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, I feel that. I've been there before, and I used to do that like with family, friends. I noticed that like if I'm doing something for somebody or I'm doing a good deed for somebody, then if I'm doing it for a person that I know appreciates it, it feels better than a person that just like expecting you to do it.
Right. Feeling like you're supposed to be doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And you said something, Demo, earlier. I'm no longer trying to convince people that I'm not crazy. Maybe I am crazy. I'm no longer trying to convince people that. Like maybe
you
I
just
am.
compared yourself to Kanye.
Yeah. Maybe I am.
I don't think he compared himself. I think he just used that in his
Genius to Kanye is a genius. You watch Kanye's documentary. It was
Definitely a correlation there.
Hey, I'm enjoying the documentary. It's a great documentary.
My brother can't even enjoy it.
But like, maybe I am a little crazy. I'm no longer trying to convince people I'm not crazy, but I am trying to not convince, but I am just letting people know. Like, you would no longer be able to sit in the room with me and not understand that you're sitting in the room with greatness. And I don't give a fuck what you got to say. I don't care if you, oh, look at her, here you go again. None of that. If I'm insufferable, then take this energy. Accept it. Yeah. And all I'm gonna do is make you look at your own insecurities and the things that you feel bad about yourself, and make you be like, oh damn, because that's all I'm doing anyway. Yeah. I don't care. I worked hard for this. I read. I study. I like actively do this. I work hard for this. I came from nothing, for real. But what we had, we made the best of it. I work hard for this shit. Fuck them.
And that's what you do to people when you walk with that confidence. You think highly of yourself. Yeah. It definitely like show other people their insecurities within themselves, and they automatically like project that shit on you.
Oh, here you go again. Here you go again. I see it with my brothers, everything, family members. Like, yeah, pussy. I am who I say I am. Like, I'm fucking great. I'm great.
Let's go back to the motherfuckers thinking you crazy. Like, what's crazy? When you think about it, I've seen crazy before, and you ain't never showed me crazy. I was working in the psych ward, seeing a motherfucker just doing pyramid push-ups for no reason for 30 minutes. I'm just looking at him.
Pyramid. That was stay your fuck away from me.
Bro, I was in a 101 in the room with this man, locked in the room with this man. He doing pyramid push-up. That's crazy. I ain't never seen you do no bullshit like that. So what's crazy? Just you not doing the normal shit that everybody else do?
That and the violent tendencies as a youth, because the normal shit when people come in, what they say, oh, Onterio is crazy, fighting or some shit to that. That's probably the crazy part, the temper, just the temper.
How you go from point A to point B? Real quick.
maybe not point B, maybe.
Maybe I've seen it.
Maybe I go to C.
Go straight to C.
maybe I go from 0 to 2,000. I don't know, but it's just like don't fuck with me. You know what I mean? Like, just leave me alone. I do everything. I've always done everything in my life. That's why, well, not always. Because we had a couple cringe moments with people on the podcast. Like Josh, he's like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all used to jump me. Y'all used to jump me all the time.
He did say that on the podcast.
It's recorded.
You jumped this man for no reason.
It was for nothing.
It wasn't me. I was a good child.
It was for nothing. I don't even know why. I was like, but I loved him though. I still love him to this day. Like, I don't know why, we done that to him.
That was your way. That was your way of showing love. Yeah.
He need to get tougher. That's really what it was. He was weak.
I say that he needs to get tougher. How you gonna make that decision for him?
And I did. It's crazy, right? Maybe that's why I'm crazy. Listen, you making points. I understand what you're saying. You're not wrong. Okay? That's why
points were made. Points were made.
I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Bro, was God.
You see that brother right there? He need to get tougher. Beat him up.
You need to be tougher and stronger. Push
Beat him up.
And then jump. It's just that mentality, I guess. I don't know, but like I cringe at moments like that because now I am so much of like just in touch with people, and myself as well. And I try it just be so crazy because I'm always the person that they lean on. Like who's gonna save me when I need saving? That's my real question.
Yeah.
So, question: do you go to therapy, or have you ever looked into therapy?
I've been to therapy. I did it through like military resources and shit like that. I've been to therapy. Yeah.
What about you?
I used to talk shit on the podcast and say I don't need no therapy. I got my shit together. But lately here, I need some therapy for real.
What Bria do to you, Scott?
Nah, my anxiety been like on the road and shit. That shit been crazy. It's since I hit that deer. Yeah. Bro, my shit been crazy. I can't control my thoughts and shit when I be on the road. I got to chew gum all the time. Sometimes I'll call Keenan. We just talk for 2 hours. Yeah. Then you would call. We would talk for 2 more hours. Like it's just, if I didn't talk to y'all, I'd be on that road going crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why every deer I see, I be like, "Hey, pussy."
They be lined up on the road.
Because they might be related to the deer that fucked you over, but I don't like that. Motherfucker mistreated my nigga, man. Fucked up your car.
Yeah, that shit fuck
so
with me.
the other deers that's innocent, you just out here just calling them pussies.
Yeah. And I might dump at them if I see them. If they come right, I be like, "Hey, pussy, move." Boom, boom, boom.
Especially in deer season. It's fair game.
Yeah. We beefing with deers. Fuck every deer.
For real though.
That's a fact.
That shit. I got real anxiety from that shit.
Probably more PTSD.
Bro got PTSD from deers.
I mean, just as far as
you see how your niggas do you?
Bro, why you fucking saying that?
Hell no. I gotta get some shit out my chest.
Post-traumatic stress deer.
deer, but from the red and soda.
Nah, listen, I remember I was telling him I had a little anxiety on the plane and shit. You get what he tell me? Oh, that shit don't matter.
It be your own people.
I'm like, that shit don't matter. It's just shit. You just got to go through shit. Like, what the fuck does that mean,
Live
bro?
your life, player. That's the type of advice I'm
Keep on living.
Live your life, player. You just doing what you're doing.
That shit crazy, bro. Your niggas don't give a damn.
Other people used to be like, you just keep going and keep doing things differently. Like now working with kids, because the hospital I was working at, we saw as young as 4 years old. So it's like now you see the difference of like how the generations move from back when we was young and you just had to keep moving and keep pushing to where things that seemed as little as something like maybe anxiety is a really, really big deal now these days.
That's a good thing though, right? Good and bad?
I think I can see it from both points of view, like that we're paying attention to these things, that we're making awareness to these types of things, of knowing exactly what's going on with kids. But at the same time, I come from that era where I'm like, oh, you got to push through. Like you can't just stop. You can't just stop doing what you're doing because you're going through something at the moment. You got to keep going.
Why can't it be both though?
I think I'm moving towards the path of where it is both.
Yeah.
Like, I'm recognizing what I'm feeling, but I'm still finding ways to push through.
Yeah, that's what you didn't ask me if I was in therapy too, by the way. But it's okay. It's all right. I'm behind the camera.
Hold this against you.
I might hold it against you.
Not letting this go.
I might bring it back up. No. I'm in therapy, but that's what I'm recognizing too. It's like you don't have to pick one. You don't have to pick one path and stay in it. You don't have to wallow in what happened to you in your past. You can still move forward, but also grieve what happened before. You could do both. Yeah. And it's helped in the healing process. Like, feel your feelings, but tell the truth. That's what my therapist taught me. And I'm like, that really helps. Yeah. So that's why I asked, why can't it be both, you know?
I'm going to say it can be for some, but just thinking of how children are these days and, like, the different things that affect them, you have to learn that skill of how to make it be both.
What are you learning as far as how kids are can you say how kids are these days?
So I work in the psychiatric field, and so it can be something that is say for instance, somebody's talking about your shoes. We call that checking where we from.
Yeah.
So you grow with the punches. You keep going.
Yeah.
Nowadays, that might make somebody suicidal.
Damn. They can't take it.
You can't take that. So it's like a skill that they have to learn of like, oh, it's a joke. This is not the end all be all. I can move forward from this. It hurt my feelings, but I can move forward from this. Instead, now this is the end all be all. They embarrassed me. They hurt my feelings. I can't go back and face this. So
it's probably triggering what like they going through at home. Like they probably don't have it like the rest of the kids have it, and the kids talking about them. So they ain't looking at it. Oh, this just a joke. Like they looking like this real trauma for me. Like I ain't got it. Like I probably go to sleep hungry. Shit like that.
right.
It could be. And you know, it's that's fucked up to me or discouraging because you see what's going on now with cancel culture and shit like that. It's like if that's the next generation, it's only gonna get worse from here. Cause that's kind of, those line up. Those are like parallel, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So it'll only get worse if you can't take somebody talking about your shoes now. Then what's next in the future? Like, you know, how do you feel about the cancel culture and all of that?
I feel like you need to have conversations. Like, you gonna you gonna mess up, you gonna make your mistakes. So just because I made this mistake, now I don't get to learn from it.
Right.
You're automatically canceled. And then if we're gonna cancel culture, why doesn't it affect the other side?
Right.
It just affects us.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you messed up. You said something about this community or that community. You canceled. We can't listen to your music no more. We can't do this no more. But on the opposite side, you still listening to such and such music, or you still watching who's ever filmmaker movies that made these, or whatever the case may be. So either teach them, let them grow on and learn from that mistake, or let it be something for everybody.
Yeah, all across the board. And I had a conversation, because, you know, they'll make the argument. I had a conversation with a white guy about this. He'll make the argument, well, you see what they doing to Joe Rogan right now? I said, what the fuck are they doing?
What they doing?
He was like, I said, you can't think of a black man that shit that happened to that he hadn't had to face repercussions. Well, no, Nick Cannon still got his show. I said, Nick Cannon was out of his show for a whole year. Stopped a bunch of people from making money for a whole year. He could not do that. He could not do it. Well, he didn't own it. Well, Joe Rogan don't own his shit either. You know, Spotify own that shit right now. He don't own his content. They can pull that shit or create some shit around it. It's like,
and they did. They stopped his podcast episodes from showing for a while. Like they stopped popping up for a while.
he was still producing though.
Yeah.
He was still that man. That like, I guarantee most of his shit come from searching. He was still producing. And you take a motherfucker like Nick Cannon though, like his shit's gone.
It was
He
stopped.
did man basically became a Jew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to go get schooled and do all of this shit. What the fuck brother do besides make his apology on the phone? I'm a Joe Rogan fan. He made an apology on the phone, put out another episode, did his thing. I'm a Joe Rogan fan. I love his podcast. Like, but what did he do? You can't tell me that it isn't some bias in certain ways. You know what I mean?
We got to go through so much more. The baby basically disappeared for a minute.
I don't know how I feel about the baby.
How you feel about him?
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
What
And I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, the comments he made, you know,
They were insensitive.
but it was a learning. Like, you just had to have some people in your camp to be like, okay, I understand this might be where you came from, and this was okay in your hood, but now you on this bigger platform, so people are going to be more sensitive than what you used to. So it's just like, yeah, you got to learn from it and move on from it, but don't completely cancel them out. For that.
I didn't think accountability meant like just take somebody's livelihood from them just because they made a mistake one time.
Correct.
Or you bring up some shit that happened 10 years ago.
So you love the baby?
I do.
He's short.
I'm short. You still feeling some type of way about this comment? I see. Yeah. Sit back down on the couch. Get back comfortable.
I'm comfortable.
Are you sure? Yeah, I'm kind of a little up in posture.
Oh, we gonna worry about that.
Y'all crazy.
Like, I'm comfy. I just said because he was short. You know. And speaking of relationships, why are you single?
Speaking of relationships,
So smooth transition.
that went from the baby to relationship. Right.
Calling me short.
We just hit a pothole on I-24. It's crazy.
I said I love him. I didn't say he was my man, and they're gonna make me crazy. up on this podcast. I'm single because I won't settle. I feel like sometimes females put on that they can't be alone. So it kind of goes back and forth with me because it's like I know I can be alone. Yeah. So at the same time, it's like I don't want to get used to that to the point of where I can't let somebody come in to be with me. But I've never been that female that's like, oh, I gotta have somebody, like, or Valentine's coming up. Don't get me wrong, it's cute and all that, but I can be by myself. I'm used to doing it by myself, so it's like I don't necessarily need to have that. It's nice to have it, but I don't necessarily need to have that.
What's your definition of settling though? Like, what would be settling for you?
Like, say for instance, my man that comes in my life, I want you to be rising to your potential. So like, if I see you just making more excuses than I do, and you know I've always spoke on this, like if I'm out here and I work 2 or 3 jobs to make my ends meet, and you just on this couch complaining, I got a problem with that.
You got a problem with that.
That's me settling. Like, not necessarily saying like somebody that makes less money than me, because if you out here and you out here pursuing and you doing things, and I know that this not the end all be all, then okay, we can do that. But if you, like I said, you lazy, you making excuses, I'm hustling harder than you, that's an issue for me.
He always at the house. You at work.
Homosexual.
You not driving. And I never been one of the females where you gonna drive my car and
he come home from his little 6-8 hour shift, get on the game. You tired and shit, still trying to make other shit happen.
Listen, we gotta have some type of compromise here. So, like, settling, but at the same time, it's just. I remember I settled for looks, like where I'm like, oh
man.
Where I'm like, I'm not
You was out here dating ugly dudes, cute.
I'm not as attracted to this person, but let me go for the personality. Yeah. And then the personality still turned out to be trash anyway. So I'm like, I wasn't doing that no more.
Ugly and trash personality?
Damn. You ugly, you got nerve to be cheating. Like,
what's his name?
Nah, what's his name? Irrelevant. No longer a factor. We're not gonna give people that type of clout. But yeah, you ugly and you got the nerve to be cheating. That's the problem for me. And then you're not even cheating up. You cheating lower. That was your upgrade.
Is settling bad though? Like I don't think there's nothing wrong with settling.
From your maybe not from the dude's end. Because I mean, you have females that bring a lot to the table, quote unquote, since that's been a conversation. But what are you really looking for, like, for your person to do, on a male's perspective?
I don't know, man. I was gonna say some sexual stuff, but I think I need a little more than that. I need more, you know, like
you need more than the sexual. Yeah, but see, if that was your only requirement, then
I'm decent.
Not much to settle.
I don't think that's our only requirement, though.
Nah.
I'm talking about him.
Oh, you just talking about him?
Not me in general.
Oh, him.
He's a special case over here.
Not men, Superman.
I was gonna say, I think, like, you know, as long as a woman's supportive, she got like a little ambition about her. She go, you know, like you said, trying to progress in life. For a man that's, you know, got shit going and trying to be somebody, that's enough. And like T said, some sexual shit too. Like,
is that enough, Roscoe?
I mean, what else? I'm trying to see what else would I want from my woman.
I think because you said a little ambition, like, is that enough for you though? Like, especially because you speak, like, I guess you can only speak from the where you at now, in the space you in now. But like, as you progress and get better, then.
But does it matter though if you become the man you want to be? Like, you got everything that you need. Does it matter how much, like, as long as she not a bum and trying to leech off you, like, does it matter?
To some, it might do though. You know, it might matter what your woman doing because, like, I think what Gates was saying, and a lot of people said comparison is a thief of joy.
Yeah.
You might have everything you want, but you looking over here at these couples who just got a little bit less than you, but they're a couple. You could be fucking Jeff Bezos, but then see Beyonce and Jay-Z relationship and be like, damn, I wish I had a girl on my team that was doing what Beyonce was doing. Like how Jay-Z doing.
Like you said though, comparisons kills the joy. So it's like, why do that? You know what I'm saying?
Because that's the culture you're in now. People
Same.
want to compare themselves online all day, every day. They don't know how to distinguish the balance of people post the good. They're not going to post the bad. And then when they do post the bad, we kind of shame them. Tyrese. Like, you on here crying and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, motherfucker did shame Tyrese.
you shame him. So it's like,
He was wild.
So why are you recording yourself crying?
What more do you want?
you want attention, right?
Why?
Like,
I'm gonna shame him because you look stupid. Why are you on here crying?
listen, I'm not going to say I wasn't one of the ones that was shaming.
Cute, yeah.
Oh, it's so over.
Go viral.
Tyrese gonna pop up on
You better have them niggas with him.
But it's like certain stuff that you do for like attention. Like just yesterday, he's sitting up there trying to prove to the world that his now current girlfriend is the love of his life. Why does that matter?
Yeah, it shouldn't matter.
If y'all are that to each other? Like you went so far to you went and posted her and you using the restroom together. Why? Why is that necessary?
You need that validation.
No.
Everybody's seeking that validation.
Validate me within this relationship.
Yeah.
Because if we're not getting it here, then what's the point? What's the purpose of social media? But that's my perspective. I know people get their validation from social media, like. But whoever my dude is, if you come into my life, don't think you can post it.
I think it goes back to the
You not posting them?
I'm not
You're not
posting
posting
you. Don't post me.
You like privacy?
I like privacy.
That's crazy.
Fair.
I've never heard a woman say that.
Don't post me.
I don't think she
We
mean
ain't
it.
got I definitely do.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
I definitely mean it. Unless this is like real, okay, we get to the point of where we engage or something, I don't need you to post me.
I got you. What if you just love him though?
I got pictures on my phone. We can take pictures together, but I don't need the world to see it.
I got you. That's fair though. That's fair. I think what I was getting to earlier in regards to settling though, like I think sometimes, or depending on your situation, it's so many variables to go into shit. Sometimes you can settle for the thing that you have or this person that you have. Like, all right, this because we abuse women all the time for doing this shit because they settle all the time. It's like I got this person, but they have potential to do X, Y, and Z. I think in a sense we all settle.
Yeah.
We would like to think we don't, but that
Is
person.
it settling or is it compromise? It's a difference.
Is it though?
It is.
Talk to me. Tell me.
Compromising is okay. Yes, I love this person. Like you said, they have the potential to do X, Y, and Z, or they're meeting this level of X, Y, and Z. And I'm not here to do X, Y, and Z. So maybe they're meeting me there at that point, or they expect of what I'm missing. So that's more of a compromise of we're going to make our relationship be what our relationship going to be. Settling necessarily is you just going for something you wouldn't even go for.
You just sitting in it.
You just sitting there but just because you
Being
don't want to be
miserable.
alone, or you missing something, or you just like, oh, well, this person is here, or settling for because you were afraid of something. So often you hear so many people like, oh, we got this many years of history. And I used to say it too, like, oh, we've been around each other for this amount of years and all of that. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
You're not happy.
Right.
If you're not happy, yeah.
They're settling for it. You're not getting anything you want out of the situation.
Yeah, I can see people settling in a situation, but still thinking that they can improve a person though.
Yeah.
You know, plenty of women have done that with me.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think as a woman, sometimes you can get stuck on the potential of a person so much.
Oh, yeah, women love potential. They love a nigga with potential.
And I stopped doing that. Because I remember
When?
I was years ago.
Last year.
No, years ago. Because I remember I was looking at like, oh, this person has this potential to do this and this and talking about this. But then I started to realize like, oh, we talking about this, but you ain't really doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, this sound good, but
Niggas
nothing's
telling
coming.
good
Like,
lies.
you telling good lies. So I'm like, oh no. And now this is where I'm at now. I'm looking at what you're doing. I'm looking at the factuals.
Exactly.
Potential can come later.
What if
But
he
you gotta
not
be in
lying
front of
though? What if he not lying though? What if he just taking longer to get
Ooh,
there
that's rare.
than other people? It's rare.
It's rare.
Is
You know
it?
what
Niggas be lying.
I mean? Every day for the simple.
Niggas do
I
be
was
lying.
talking to this dude one time. Literally, he lied about going to church.
Legend.
Just to try to validate, just try to validate your feelings.
No, like we was.
You gotta get it
we
how you
had-
get it, bro. You gotta get
You're
it.
wild. So we were talking and came down. This is when I was still living in Nashville. Came down for the week, had a rough week, car and stuff like that went out. And he went home, went back to Memphis. Went back to Memphis and was like, oh yeah, I'm going to church or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And was like, oh, texting me like, yeah, everybody was so happy to see me, blah, blah, blah. Not knowing that I
Oh,
have.
he's selling it.
Not knowing that I know somebody that go to the church, and the church is big as his apartment. It's not
Yeah,
like you,
it's not that
can't
big,
you can't
yeah.
miss nobody in this church. I was like, just so happened to be on the phone, like, oh, did such and such go to church? You said, because she went.
Yeah.
No, they wasn't there. Oh, so you went, you left, you had to make up for whoever you left back, and you lied on church. Like, what was your point? You lied on God.
Niggas don't give a damn about church.
Niggas don't unless you Demo. Demo loves church. It's a fact. And they're right,
Kirk
Demo.
Franklin.
Sko, this what we doing? I expect that from T.
Listen, I'm sorry. I should have did that.
I expect that from T,
It was
but
there. I had to get it out.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
What's the point?
Point of
was
lying.
the
Niggas lie every day.
Yeah, he lying. He lying.
And I don't got time for that.
Yeah.
If he would have told you true, like, listen, I'm finna go to the other little bitch house.
We went together. We're
Legend.
not exclusive. So what
But
you
I'm saying,
think?
if he would have told you the truth, because women say they want honesty. If he was
When I tell y'all I want honesty, please give me honesty. I don't care how much you feel like it's gonna hurt my feelings or whatever, because you don't know what I'm doing.
yeah, that's true.
On the same end, like I could be talking to XYZ too.
Yeah.
So don't waste my time to be like, oh, this is what we gonna do. This is the potential in us and all of this.
Trying to lock you in, so you don't
And
do nothing.
yeah, no, don't do that.
Q, do you have a list?
Hmm?
Do you have a list? Because you
Like-
said you're single because you won't settle. So does that mean you have a list?
No. I wouldn't say I have a list. Like I'm not
Yes.
one of them girls that are like, oh, he gotta be like this. And like
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I had that. I would say like it's certain things, like I said, I want you to be honest. I have to laugh. Like I'm
You like
silly
a
person.
funny nigga.
yeah, like laugh pennies right on off.
So he could be ugly, but as long as he laughing,
I
you.
ain't say all that. You just heard me say earlier. Like,
That's why I
like I
said.
have to be attracted to him.
Sound like you got a list. I'm gonna be honest.
That's a list.
That's a list. That's literally a list. You just listed off 5
No,
things.
and then said the list.
I think everybody got a list though. Everybody got a list. If that's the case.
What's your list,
But when
though?
you say list,
For
I'm
me,
thinking
though.
of like how
What?
people in the back of the day.
Hold on, that was wild.
Hold on. What?
I was asking what's his list for me. Like what he would like for me to do, be in his life.
Bruh.
Do you have a list?
Why?
No, I don't have a fucking list for you, bro.
I got a list for you.
What's on your list?
Tell him your list too.
All right. My first thing on the list is that I need you to be more expressive to me physically.
What?
What the fuck is going on? bro?
Express it to you physically.
So when I get
Explain.
mad at you punching your chin,
If you want to. I need more hugs.
That's love.
I need more hugs. I need more pounds.
Pounds?
Oh, whoa. No. You- don't try to do the. That's a wild word choice.
Pounding, bro. What you talking about?
I'm not pounding. I'm not pounding.
it's
nothing.
wilding, bro.
Yeah, that's a pound, bro. I didn't say that on purpose.
It's wild.
I think another thing that I would like from Sko is just that for him to tell me how nice I look sometimes, because I'm really dressed nice at times, but he don't tell me how nice I look.
That's going to you being told that you're pretty and handsome.
Just like he can tell me I'm
You
pretty.
need-
So I ain't never
Everybody
said like,
say
bro,
that.
that's a nice fit right there, bro. I ain't never said that.
And if you did, I would hate it if you said it that way. Could you tell Bria, hey, bro, that's a nice fit right there, bro?
Right, because you're talking about the fit. You're not talking about him. Yeah.
So you you want the same compliments that he give Bria.
Hey, hold on. We don't have to bring Bria in this. What we
You
doing?
just did.
I did?
Yeah.
Sure? I don't think I did.
He definitely did.
I don't think I did. I think that's a lie.
You definitely brought her. You said you wouldn't tell Bria, like, hey, Bria, you got a nice fit. That's definitely bringing Bria.
I'm going to tell you something. When you in trouble and you done said some shit, just say you didn't say it.
Just
Okay.
say you didn't say
Deny.
I know you learned it from you. How to deny.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say it. I
didn't
just
say
made it up. we can
But when you
rewind
play
it.
back, you know, it's on there.
Yeah, I don't care what they think.
Okay.
So cue your list.
My list. Okay, so when you said list, I was thinking of more of like how people write lists in the back of the day of like this long, extravagant list of what they would want. But yes, I would have certain things off of the list that I would want, but it's not a lot. Not a
So
lot.
nigga, he ain't gotta
It
be
be
tall as hell. He ain't gotta
I'm
be.
short. I'm
So you
5'3".
So you cool with a 5'6" nigga?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had somebody on here who was what, 5 foot or 4'11"?
Yeah,
She said she
she
couldn't
says-
date a guy that was like 5'5".
She said it made her cringe. I'm like,
a
you
wild
short as
word.
hell. Everything he.
I've dated short people before, so that's not a thing. Now you can't be shorter than me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it can't be like 5'2".
5'2".
No, you gotta at least be the same height or taller.
That's about like Lil Duval, about 5'2", 5'1".
He's not that. Is he that little?
Shit. Small as hell.
Okay, let's go. Damn. you ain't talk that passionately about me. You relax.
So we done crossed Tyrese and Lil Duval off the list of people we can have on the podcast. 'Cause you know, they're talking crazy like that.
We just making enemies.
I like Lil Duval. I follow all his
I
pages.
do too. We
Look.
do too. Yeah.
Man, fuck Lil Duval. Pussy. That's how I'm coming.
Standing on that shit.
Ain't crazy.
What's wrong with you?
He is
We talking
5'2".
about,
That's crazy.
You know why you single and shit like that? How is the dating pool in Atlanta though? Is that shit raw?
The
gay
dating pool in
guys.
Atlanta. No, like I had one dude that asked me. He was like, "So you ever been with a bisexual man?" And I said, "No." I'm gonna be your first. I said, "How you gonna make that decision for me?" Don't get me wrong. Your preference is your preference, but
You don't
no.
want no
So,
bisexual man.
but the dating pool in Atlanta is indeed shallow.
For real?
Yeah, it's not a lot out there.
Because I know it's true because my homeboy, he was telling me his homegirl, she like a doctor or something out there, and he was telling me how her doctor friends was like, they just want a good man. They don't care if he can be working at goddamn Walmart. They just want a good man.
I ain't got
That's
down to that point yet.
that's gonna
and
do
I ain't
right
even
by
on
them.
doctor level. But yeah, Atlanta's different. It's built different. And then you gotta think about it. You got a lot of people that's in Atlanta that's not from Atlanta.
Yeah.
So like meeting actual people that's from Atlanta, it's pretty rare. Like, but at the same time, you got the pool of what people are out there for. So you got the people that, you know, look good on social media, the strippers and all that. That's what they're going for.
That's what
Or
I mean.
if you a female on the other side, you got
They
drug
want the
dealers,
celebrities and shit.
scammers. You not get, you if you feel like you're getting a celebrity, then I don't know.
Yeah, it's out.
If you just a regular person and you feel like you're getting a celebrity, Atlanta's not the place for you. I'm just saying.
You ever had you a scammer?
I did have somebody that was a scammer trying to talk to me.
What was his name?
Why would I say?
Damn.
I'm trying to get him locked up.
Boy, Charleston White.
We need to get the hoodlums out the streets.
Charleston White.
We need to get them out the street.
Boy, been talking to Chris.
Again, you was on your own. Not having me on camera. You said that somebody's man talking about him, get them off the streets.
Get these bad
So they can
niggas.
come find me in Atlanta. He was out here. No.
Could you deal with a scammer though?
No, I couldn't.
You good.
It,
They be having long runs though.
listen.
Look at Skull, you know.
Yeah, I know a couple of them.
Who you know who? Say their name.
I ain't gonna say his name.
What is wrong with you?
Something wrong with him, bro.
I'm just trying to weed out the police in here because I ain't the police. I'm trying to see what y'all on.
See what y'all.
I ain't know. It's,
But no,
it's
like,
reverse psychology. I ain't snitching.
I've been saying you get scammed. Which one? It's the majority of Atlanta. You got people that are trying to scam. Like I said, they sell drugs. Everybody trying to be a rapper. And I'm not trying to listen to nobody's mixtape. I ain't gonna even lie to you. That's why
What if
I
it's
tell
good,
people.
though?
I tell people from the beginning, I am not that girl that's gonna be sitting up there listening to your mixtape.
You can't do him like that.
I had somebody from here that was trying to talk to me, and he was like, "Oh, this is my mixtape or whatever." And I was like, "I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a brother. I don't even listen to his mixtapes. I'm not."
Hold on, that was his. Was that his opening line? Like,
No, we were like, we had
Oh,
already,
okay, yeah, I was
already
like, oh, okay.
talking, and then he
Say
disclosed. He disclosed, like we was like sitting in the car, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I do music or whatever," and he like had his mixtape. He was trying to hand it to me. I said, "I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna listen to that."
Damn.
What was his name?
we're trying to get him discovered. That's a different reason. That's a different reason. We're trying to get him
I'm trying to
discovered.
give him himself. That's a good one, though. I wasn't thinking it at first, but now you said it. Because if he from around here, we probably know his ass. I want him to know your shit is trash.
It might have not been trash. I just was honest. I'm not gonna listen to it.
Yeah, you ain't even give him a chance. I'll tell you something about these black women. I ain't trying to be the one to say it.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not saying I don't support you, but
That's why you get rich and get a white woman.
Damn.
That's what I said.
Kanye said it.
I see you looking at me, and I ain't backing down.
You gonna get rich and get you a white woman, bro?
I'm gonna get rich and give me a Caucasian. Right? She ain't gonna be white. She gonna be Caucasian. Yeah.
From the mountain of Caucasus.
Yeah. From the mountains. She gave me like, give me one of them bitches from the mountains.
Ass flat as hell.
please get you one from the mountains
Ass
so you won't come back.
You gotta lay down to take a shit.
Her thin hair, pale, no sun.
Yes, go to the mountains,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
won't come back down. I want you to get with one of them families.
That's what I need.
So,
I need me one of them.
okay.
Cause you know what? Sometimes you just gotta live your life.
Well, when he go up to the mountains, y'all make sure that's y'all last
That
show.
nigga ain't doing it.
I'm just.
I never dealt with a white
You
woman.
never
in
dealt
my
with a
life.
white woman.
I love my black queens. Come on now, give me a hand clap, Demo, real quick. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I love my black queens, man. I gotta stick beside them. Even when niggas was that shit was popular to do, like the foreign shit, when Future and them was coming out with all them sons and shit. I used to tell them, nigga, y'all sound stupid as fuck, and y'all gonna look back one day and cringe at this shit. And all them niggas that was doing it, I bring it up to this day. Y'all remember y'all was foreign this, foreign that, trying to fuck with them ugly ass Chinese gals and shit. Y'all was seeing because they was quote unquote foreign. Like, not all Chinese women ugly, but
You just wild out.
I was gonna say you going for the complete cancellation this show.
pussy. You don't fuck about
It's
them.
the end of the ChoppedByT podcast after this
You don't fuck
episode.
about them.
So you never dated outside your race?
Whoa.
Water. What's in that fucking water?
Liquid death. Pussy.
Our podcast is going to be dead after this episode.
I think I
I
might
do not
have.
support it.
You own it, so hey.
Support the other 2/3 of the podcast.
Not all of them, but you know how motherfuckers will be.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers will go see an Asian mother. Yeah, bro, get this foreign. Let me see it.
What is up with you and Asian? Do you know it's a whole thing right now?
The whole time she got.
Asian hate, yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had one on. We talked about that.
Well, he's speaking from the context of, you know.
Niggas
how-
still trying to clean up.
Yeah,
for me.
like how dudes
I don't
was
care.
like-
Pussy. Fuck that. You won't come for me? You gotta clean this shit up, so I got it. I'm decent. I'm decent. Fuck that shit. I appreciate you though, thug, but you gotta clean that shit
I'm
up.
trying to be the PR person.
Yeah, what he meant was, and
You know how motherfuckers, I'm the Kanye, bro. I'm Kanye.
Kanye don't
Everybody
care.
always trying to like reinterpret the shit he's saying.
Yeah.
Right. You know that shit was some bullshit. He's like, no, that shit was some bullshit. He just
what
said
the
that.
fuck
I
he
though.
just
meant.
want to note that this your second time comparing yourself to Kanye.
Hey, listen, you can note all you want to. It might be a third. I'm sure over with. It might be a third. What will you tell people out there that's looking to try to like court you? They want to date you. Like, what's the approach?
Be yourself.
Be yourself. All right.
Don't be trying to be.
Why every woman come on here and say that? Like,
Because
y'all
the
so
thing
boring.
is-
Be honest.
Wow.
You don't take that shit.
And you ain't even foreign. Maybe that's why.
Oh, boys.
You said that's foreign or boring?
He said boring, and you ain't even foreign.
Boy, spitting out bars.
That was a rap.
God damn.
That was a rap.
First off, no, because people put up that facade of who you are instead of just being who yourself is. Because if I'm falling in love with the facade, then what's the point?
Be yourself, and then let you decide. Let you decide if you want to.
Correct.
Who are you?
I don't know, because you over here with a whole nother facade in front of you. And now I'm like, we months down the road and you sitting up there and I'm like, who is this person?
Yeah.
Instead
right,
of
so-
just coming in front.
So when somebody's dating, or you go on a date, you go to a restaurant, whatever, get coffee,
And
get a
in
drink.
stores from Atlanta. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like, what's the approach as far as, because I'll give context for me. Like, I like for people to ask me questions because I've noticed, like, I can talk. Like, if you give me if you open the door, I'm just gonna talk. Yeah. But I would like for you to learn, like, be interested in learning about me. I don't want you to just sit there. So what's the do you like that? Do you like that approach of people asking you questions, or if a guy was like that or whatever?
Yeah, being interested. Like, now don't be sitting up there like asking questions that's like
Your favorite color and shit.
Yeah, that's so juvenile.
No
I'm
niggas
trying
ask
to
that.
think. Well, it's like
How else we supposed to get to know you though? I ask a lot of
Like,
questions
I
too.
mean-
I asked your favorite. I started out just to break the ice. You know, what's your favorite
Don't give
color?
a fuck.
oh, man,
What's your favorite
I'm
color?
trying to think, 'cause my one of the best friends in Atlanta, she had screenshotted this question of this dude he had just sent her this past week. Damn, I can't remember. But it was so like, I was like, why is he asking you that? And he was like, something, he was like, what's your best date or something you've been on or something like that. And I was just like, but it was like following a whole bunch of other questions. And I'm like, why don't he just ask you where you want to go?
Where you wanna
Like,
go.
why don't you just ask like, oh, would you like to go here on this date or whatever? Other than like, what's your best and worst date ever?
He thought probably
So
that
we
shit
can give
was
you a
smooth.
blueprint of like what to.
You probably seen it on social media.
He probably thought that shit was so
Corny
smooth.
shit, yeah.
He like, yeah, that might so what's up, that's the worst day. I'm gonna figure this shit out. That's what I would have been thinking. You blowing that main spot up right now. That ain't hey.
Don't
Fucking this
nobody
whole
know
game
him. Like,
I hope he see this shit. Please, God, just
I
go
hope he
this
see
way.
it too, because he don't need to do that no more. Like, he don't need to say that no more.
So, what you dealing with these standards that you have and all that? You dealing with shit. What's the craziest shit you done dealt with? Your crazy experience dealt with while you been dating and shit.
Craziest experience I've been dating. Like first dates?
Just period. Just whichever one that stick out the most to you.
The church one was crazy.
The church shit.
That was crazy. I'm trying to think, cause I really hadn't been. I've been dating for a minute, but as far as just being in Atlanta, it's like you go. I had one dude ask me on a date, and we went. He picked the spot, and then he was like, when it came up for the tab, he was like, "Oh, can you go on and pay the tip?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't bring cash with me, so." But basically, he was just like, "Oh, I ain't finna order no food. Like, you can't afford to be dating right now, so why you asking people out on a date?" Is what I basically gathered from it. But he was just like, oh, so you can't get the tip? I was like, what part of I don't have no cash on me? Do you not understand? But
He
we
asked you out.
You asked me out.
Yeah.
This is the spot you chose.
But he wants you to pay for the tip.
And then he was like, oh, I already ate before I got here.
Legend. That boy ate some bread before
So
he
he
got
didn't
there.
want to pay the meal. He didn't want to pay for the meal at all.
That boy ate some bread before he got there. Like,
That's some wild shit.
So he paid for. No, I think she's saying he paid for your meal, right? But he didn't want to do the tip.
He didn't eat purposely.
He let you eat.
I didn't eat.
That's a keeper. Listen. You should find that nigga, because if he didn't eat, pay for your food, let you eat,
And just wanted you to pay for the
he
tip.
just wanted to watch you eat. Like, girl, I'm hungry, but that's romantic.
That man over there going through it. He's starving.
That shit romantic as hell. He's like, baby, I'm gonna pay for you. I'm gonna let you eat. Go ahead, eat. I'ma starve.
That's how bad he wanted to go on a date with you. He was willing to miss a meal. That lets you know. Yeah.
He should
bring
be
you some
focusing on
food.
himself. Is what he should have been doing.
Yeah, nigga need a job. Nigga need a job.
You don't need to be dating. You need to be looking on Indeed.
You on the wrong
be
dating
working
site.
turnaround, 16-hour shifts. Damn, god damn.
again, it's crazy out there. And then, just this past, what was it? Just
I'll
this
coming
past
back to you
weekend.
now, huh?
Listen, not this past weekend, but weekend before last, my friend knows this dude or whatever. So she was like, oh, we're going to this little spot or whatever. Invited you to come. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm always down for some food. So, little older guy, he got money, and I can't stand dudes like this that think they got money and act like they ain't used to nothing.
Right.
So, he all in my space and in my area. So, I guess he now on the opposite end of, well, I got to pay for, I'm paying for your stuff or whatever. And so, first thing he did was reach into my plate. And I was like, bro, this not a date. Like,
He reached in your plate.
you reaching in my plate. You should have ordered this. Like, you wanted this. Like,
Y'all been talking for 10 years, ain't it?
I just met you. I was so pissed. So I was just like, you know what? I'm playing it cool. I'm gonna keep laughing. Nothing. So then he started like coming all up in my area, and I was like, see, it's called personal space and
Getting
boundaries.
aggressive.
And so he was like, well, I'm paying for this. I said, let me explain something to you. I don't order nothing that I can't pay for. So if that's the issue, we can split this check right here, right now. I don't need you to pay for anything for me. But it was just a simple fact of you trying to throw your money around.
Yeah.
I do it for myself.
And acting entitled.
Yeah, like you ain't never been around a female before.
Yeah.
I was.
Females fuck the game up with that too, though. Like, and I explain, so many women just fall for that shit. A nigga can throw money and shit. He probably had experience so many times where he could just throw his money and then get the ass. Like,
I'm sure he
he
did.
just caught up in that shit.
Yeah, he met the
I
wrong
said
one.
that wrong. I said women that fall for that, but they fuck up the game. No, I ain't say fault, but they fuck up the game with it. The same way men fuck up the game while always paying. Shit.
Always paying for shit. Yeah.
Like,
It creates a sense of entitlement on both ends.
yeah, on both ends.
Yeah.
Entitlement for your body, entitlement for your money.
That
So I
shit
had to
crazy how
let
that
him
shit
know.
work.
I can pay for this. I don't need you to pay for nothing.
Welcome to Atlanta, you said. Huh?
That's exactly how it is. Welcome to Atlanta.
I think the best course of action always is just establish your boundaries in the beginning, you know. And I think you got a good understanding of that, establishing boundaries, like let motherfuckers know from the jump, like shit.
You got to, because they'll try your boundaries out there for sure.
No, let's go a boundary try. He push boundaries.
I'm
all
not.
the time.
I'm not. She know that about me.
I mean, you push boundaries.
I'm not.
I didn't say women.
Whoa, bro. God
you
damn.
I'm not
What's
trying to say you gay. You talking about you thought
What's
that?
wrong with you, brother?
Listen, you always push boundaries, Skull. You remember that one time?
What?
You want me to talk about it?
Yeah, come on, say it.
You remember that one time we played?
What we play?
That one time we was playing football and we was in the locker room and the white boy, and you know what I'm talking about? Like when you had touched his butt and stuff.
Oh.
When like clearly there was some stuff we done with each other, like smack butts and stuff.
Nah.
Hold on, you know we done that stuff.
It
It's
was,
cool, we grown now. We grown. Did you smack a butt or not?
I can't recall. I don't remember smacking.
Did you smack a butt while you played football?
I remember smacking helmets. I remember
Okay.
that,
He
yeah.
was smacking butts, right? I'll go ahead and say he was smacking butts in there. And the white guy clearly didn't want his ass smacked. You know, we stayed away from him. He was somewhat timid. Skull, good as he feel, he just feel like he want to cross the line, smack the white boy ass.
I didn't do no shit like that. I did do some wild shit on the field one time though.
Bruh, you know
I did tell the white boy I'll fuck him. I mean, I was talking shit. I meant to say I'll fuck you up, but I said I'll fuck you, and it didn't come out.
Q money.
Then he looked at me.
Now, right? You see him not lying
Then
now,
he
right?
looked at me. I said, yeah, I'll fuck you. What's up?
I'm gonna be honest. I would have kept that one close to the chest.
I mean, he was on the football field.
It's a clip.
You
It's
look
all
a man in
good.
the eye and tell me you'll fuck him and fuck him up in the head.
Hey, that's what you trying to do?
Yeah, I had a good game too. Good game.
Yeah, I bet you did.
That is go. Oh, fuck you. He was like,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm taking off my helmet. I'm walking to the sideline.
Ref.
Game over.
Ref.
Come here, let me holler at you
Sexual
real
assault.
quick.
This nigga is wild.
Verbally.
Please throw the flag.
Let's go. You know you smacked that white boy, but you gotta leave that
Oh
shit.
my god, I ain't never smacked no white boy in the
He was
ass.
skinny too. He was a little fella.
So, questioning
Talk to him.
for everybody. I don't want Demo to feel like I'm leaving him out.
Thank you, kid.
You can leave him out.
What's a boundary that y'all feel like a woman can cross for y'all?
Whoa.
Oh. Damn, I ain't never been asked that's that. That let you know men be getting fucked up out here.
Nah, bro, listen, I established my shit now. Like, for real. Like, if I don't want to, and women will get upset about that. Like, if I say I don't want to be touched, or I don't want to be right now, or I don't want you to, invade my space or whatever, motherfuckers like, what the fuck? Like, get your ass about that shit. Like, upset, like you don't love them or something, or you don't fuck with them or something. I ain't throwing shots at nobody.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
But, if the
Sounds
shoe
like
fits.
it was.
Yeah, when I
Hold on, Sco, I ain't finished yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Because you didn't ask the question of what the boundary was.
Yeah, you see how Sco does. He just interrupted the fuck out of me. He
Just trying to move past that thing.
Because I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
You playing a dangerous game, brother.
Like I'm walking the thin line.
Again,
I am dangerous.
let me make it back to Atlanta before you get to
We
start
should
on your
name this
balance.
episode that. Pussycat. That should be the name of the episode.
Okay.
That's a real actual word. But this with me more specifically is just like I establish my boundaries though now. Like I think it's just whenever I'm not in the mood to be like touched or whatever, like I'll say that. I think that's one for me. Touching. Cause I am a touch type of guy, but whenever I don't feel like being touched or I need my time alone or I need just time to think to myself, I'll establish that boundary.
Really? Because
So-
if you just go, you in a bed with your girl, and she reach for you, you like, no, don't touch me.
Yeah.
No.
I'll make a little sexual. No, please. Don't touch me.
Not today.
Not today.
I'm not in the mood.
Please stop.
I'm on my
That make it
period.
sound a little soft because you know some soft shit. At least that's what they say. That's the shit they do to us. Yeah, you better bitch ass nigga. Like, nah, I'm not being soft. My chest hurt.
You're not in the mood.
Not in the mood.
They don't care though,
They don't give a
bro.
fuck.
Yeah.
Told motherfucker I said I'm tired. So
What about me?
they don't care, bro.
Shut up, nigga. Eat this pussy. That's what motherfucker tells go. That's what Bria said. Let's go. He told me. I ain't want to say that. He did say that. He's, shut up, pussy. Eat this pussy. That's what he told me. I like she said that.
You be making up shit, bro.
Cause I told him though, Q. I said, she said that to you? He was like, yeah, bro, this shit's crazy. It was like a real moment though. Like, he's like, yeah, bro, this shit crazy, bro. I'm just so sick of this shit, bro. Like, motherfucker basically raped me, bro.
I ain't never said no shit.
You
like
did
that.
say she raped you that one time.
Oh my god. Here we go. When I say she raped me, bro.
Go, you said that one time Bria raped you, bro. Y'all in a relationship, so it don't count.
See what he doing now?
All this shit. So it don't count.
No, you didn't.
You in a relationship, it don't count. It's not rape if you're in a relationship. That's a fact. Everybody know that.
So the first time you gave consent, it accounts for the rest.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, it count. Everything else make up for that. Yeah.
We're not putting this episode out, so y'all just keep talking. Ain't no way we can put this out. It's just a trial run, right?
We're gonna do a take two.
Y'all got another hour and a half.
Scott, you remember that one time you was telling me that Bria walked up to you and she like did a finger like this in her mouth and it was like to your butt.
Me fucked up.
And you was like, you didn't want it, and she's trying to press the shit up on you. She's trying to push you into
Did
it.
you just tell the podcast my woman plugged me, bro?
Bruh, like you did. She said she licked her finger. She made a noise like the, and like it's like, come here,
He literally
nigga.
just made that shit up.
You know that's what you told me. Why would I make something like that up?
That's what you do, bro. That's what you
This is what happens when I ask you a boundary question.
Yeah, he did.
I don't even remember the question. What was the question?
boundary question. Like, what are your boundaries?
I said, what would be y'all boundaries coming from a woman? Like, how could she?
I didn't like when women like, you first meet up and shit like that. I don't like pushy ass women.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
Like
A woman pushing you?
like
Come
trying
here,
to
let me suck your dick.
like trying to fuck like off.
Oh, okay.
Like damn, like can we chill?
got your back, Scott.
Like what's going on? He done been there before. Like we didn't talk about this. Like that shit is like mad weird to me.
So they on the first day, like, pull your dick out.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
I ain't gonna lie.
Let's go.
Can't.
That's what he said to you.
You are a man of principle. You will not be whored out on the first date.
He's like,
It's too aggressive to me. I don't like it.
It
It's
is aggressive. It's
Give me the
very
vibes how niggas be at the gas station when they see women and shit.
Yeah,
Like that shit just is too much. Like I can't handle it.
out of masculine energy.
Yeah, like I don't like that.
That's fair. Demo shit crazy. I know it.
What?
It's probably involving plush pillows.
The boundary?
Yeah, pretty sure. Plush
Nah,
pillows.
I just like,
His favorite.
Plush pillows.
I'm a silly dude, so I'm just like, when I'm being serious, I'm like, please take me seriously. Like,
Hey, that sound real DV. Hey, you catching what I'm thinking? That shit sound real DV. Like,
I'm slapping
bitch,
bitches.
take me serious. Hey, I play a lot. But when I'm being serious, take me serious.
That's some pimp shit.
Hey, player.
it's just like, I'm giving you all this energy. I'm giving you all this positive energy. It's just like, okay, for one moment, let's just sit down and be serious. Like, and you still trying to be silly. Like, no, stop. Like,
What if she don't stop when it makes you get you to move your hands like that?
What you do?
damn.
Please don't tell me y'all out here.
Oh my god, that boy for the beat song.
Be the light skin one. He don't give a fuck. I know he don't.
She gotta run in the bathroom, lock the door. He at the door, get out of here.
Yeah.
We know you're a wild
God.
boy.
We know your truth. We know your truth.
Oh, God. Oh, that's funny.
Do you think women ignore boundaries with men though?
I think it depends on the situation.
It sound like a yes to me. It wasn't no. I didn't hear no.
So, like, if it's something about like taking someone serious, then that's a boundary that you can respect. If you in the bed and you like, no, then I'm not gonna respect it.
Ooh.
Damn.
The Me Too movement, you just undid the
your
whole
man
Me
like,
Too
nah, I don't
movement.
feel
Wow.
like it.
If he's saying something like he tired, he don't feel like it, I'm like, all right, remember that.
You gonna say it in?
You gonna hold it against them?
I'm just gonna say remember that.
Cause when y'all don't
'Cause when
want to
I'm
do it, y'all
tired-
don't want to do it.
Oh, okay.
Remember that.
So if he don't say that, but then you tired, are you gonna let him do it?
I don't know.
No,
These
right?
is long term relationship questions. I ain't never been in one.
You ain't never been in a long term relationship?
What's the longest one?
What you be doing? I think you the problem.
That's what it sound like.
I think you the problem. I'm be honest.
I've accepted it.
I got
You
a
know?
course over stuff
I'm in
like
therapy.
this. I can teach you some ways, man.
I don't
What's
think
the
you
course
person-
called?
I don't think you the person that needs to teach a course.
Pimping ain't easy. Hold on. Pimping ain't easy unless it's T doing it. That's the name of the
He
course.
thought he was Kelly.
That's the name of the course.
So corny ass shit.
I don't care what you say, girl. Your comments don't bother me at all. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna talk about this later.
Oh my god, your ass on milk, boy.
But no, do you think you the problem though? I mean, damn, never. Maybe you're
never
not the
been
problem
in
in a
a-
way of like your character, but problem in your selection of men.
It could be that too.
What you
I'm not
think?
one. I'm just saying I'm not one that's gonna sit up here and be like I'm just perfect.
I was
but,
hoping you said it though. That would have made for a great conversation.
No, I'm perfect.
She's like, yeah, I mean, it could be.
You think it's what is? You think you don't have enough patience? What it may be?
I got commitment issues.
You got commitment issues. Where that stem from? What you say?
I just have been. I've always been that friend to all of to the dudes. Like,
So you seen that?
I've
see all that
seen it all the
bullshit?
time. No, and then like my freshman year of college, I was like naive. Like my dude best friend at the time, we crossed that boundary, and I just knew I was different. Like,
You weren't fucking with it.
and whatever he doing, it ain't really bothering me. But it did, and so I feel more like I get more in my own head. Like, oh, this ain't gonna really work out for real. Or sometimes I'm paying attention to like flags, and I'm for real that one person that's like, you do something one time, I will cut you off. So I've never been in a for real long term adult relationship.
That remind me of my mother actually. She's the exact same way from the story she told me. Besides with the one guy, my brother Rico, his father who passed away. Besides him and one guy who died in Vietnam that she was with. But other than that, it's just like immediately when she sees some shit she ain't fucking with,
Get out of there.
I'm done.
she not married.
I guess that could be what.
I'm trying to say. What you saying?
You might need to settle if you want to be married. I'm just saying. Hey,
Do you want to be married?
I haven't imagined myself in that space. Like, I ain't imagine myself as a mom. I'm nurturing, caring. Like, I have taken care of kids all my life, but just me actually being a mom, pushing our kids, pregnancy, can't see it.
I'm cool on all that. Huh?
Like, if I was to get married and my husband is like, oh, well, you know, I want a car, I wouldn't deny him of that. But if he don't want no kids, I'm not mad.
I feel you just want to be a rich auntie.
Pretty much.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, ain't no wrong with this shit. A lot of people try to put this shit on women like they supposed to get pregnant. Y'all ain't supposed to do nothing but what the fuck y'all want to do.
Whatever you
That's
want to
a
do.
turn off. Like, I remember when dudes used to be like, oh, you gonna have my baby? Don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that, because the quickest turn off for me.
Doing the sex though. You want to have my baby?
And I look up like,
Girl, make me soft. You look up at me and say,
Tell you no.
Immediately.
"Oh wow."
Just yeah. We're just gonna end this. Let's just cut this off.
say something else. Say something out the wall. Don't be saying you want to put your baby in me.
Yeah, niggas wild.
It's a crazy world that we live.
Be saying anything. That's crazy.
So what did we establish today? Racism towards Chinese people is okay if it's coming from me.
Been wild.
Tyrese and Lil Duval is not coming on
pussy,
here.
Duval pussy.
No more Asian people will be on the podcast.
I love the Asian. Shout out to the Asians. I do. I
He
love
don't
them.
believe in the Me Too movement.
It sounds like you don't either. It sounds like you don't.
No, I said I will respect your boundary. Just remember.
Nah, you definitely said you basically said you was gonna rape your dude, even if he said it.
I didn't say I was going to rape him. I just said remember that when it comes to the next time.
Score.
Yeah, I'm keeping score. I'm keeping
Niggas
score.
hate score. See,
I'm
that's
keeping score.
That's slick some manipulation because they're like, all right, fuck it
is.
just touch me then. Come
You're
on.
right.
Like, damn, because I'm a...
No,
Manipulation and gaslighting, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
If you tired, you tired. Just remember that.
What if we didn't work like that?
We hitting all the social justice words today. By the way, this episode has been amazing.
What if he like worked overnight or some shit? He come home,
I work overnight.
but he's super tired though.
Okay.
damn.
Remember that.
Savage.
Damn.
No, I'm just playing. If you work, it's a difference if I know you like just working hard and all of that.
You got a lot of
Then
shit going on.
You got a lot of stuff going on. But if, like I said, I work more than you did. And you
still act like you ain't trying to fuck.
tired?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You better get up, nigga.
Okay. Remember that.
Shit's so hard for us out here. Me and I mean.
Right.
We got
You
it the
just
worst.
said after the first yes is yes for you every time. She don't have to say it if she say no.
I didn't say that.
You did.
I
You
didn't say
did.
that. I didn't say that.
You also said you cognac.
Say that.
My boy been wild.
I didn't say that. I didn't say. You remember I said as long as you denied it didn't happen.
That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. So
Yeah.
we appreciate you coming on.
For sure.
I appreciate being here. It's not fun.
Yeah, you know, Scope been. I'm glad you finally came on so Scope can fucking relax. Stop talking all that shit about you.
Oh
man.
my god.
Glad you finally came on.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah. It's good to have you on. It's always good. Listen, we always want to highlight the Go Live podcast, like we always say, is 3 things: inform, entertain, and be educated. And I think we kind of hit all of them. Maybe we ain't inform people of shit though.
Acted the fool.
We started off good with the mental health, the therapy.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah,
then
go
you
to
took it.
therapy.
You took it left.
BMO, crazy.
We was informing people not to watch this podcast anymore if they don't want to be offended.
I'm just trying to. We should put the title as "Try Not to Get Offended."
Oh, yeah.
It's a good one. I like that.
That's a good one.
I like
bro.
that.
We gotta remember that. We gotta put it in our
Yeah,
notes.
come on, give me one. Come on.
Yeah, that's some hand
Genius,
claps.
right?
Yeah.
Genius. No, genius.
You're a genius, bro.
Can you sponsor your shirt? Yeah, look what it.
I wish we could.
You know that's a marketing strategy too. They say you can flirt with other like
Yeah.
and people like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they see it and fuck with us.
That's why I done had it on a couple episodes. Yeah. Hopefully they do. Maybe not this episode. Maybe not. Maybe
like,
like
we-
white boy.
We do not want to be involved. Yeah.
But not this.
Episode, they be like,
Nah,
what
we
was they
was
talking
wild,
about?
But again, we appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you. Listen, this is the ChoppedByT podcast where we get real, raw, authentic conversations. Until next time.